Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about on and off relationships. And it mainly comes from my own experience with on and off relationships, as well as applying my experience to attachment theory. If you don't know who I am, my name is Tasminishat, or Smia for short, and I'm a coach and healer at Nerd for Healing. I help people with breakups and general life transformations. So, on and off relationships. From my experience, this is a result of basically being unable to integrate the good and bad of a relationship together. So how this played out in like my on and off relationship was that, you know, um, while I was involved in the relationship on period, all I could see was like, or like whenever a bad thing happened, that's all I could see. And then we'd break up inevitably, and then slowly we'd get back together again because then I'd be blinded from what I saw was bad and then be enticed by what was good, and then the cycle would go repeat on and on again. This is related to attachment styles because this separating out the good and bad of a person and being unable to integrate the two into one cohesive whole is related to like an anxious and avoidant pattern, more so avoidant. Um, because usually the avoidant is the one who is kind of like being the one who is like kind of breaking things off and then getting back together again, and the anxious person is just like kind of trapped in this cycle because they're they're sourcing their safety and love from the avoidant partner, so then it just becomes like this cycle. And so the avoidant person is kind of like they want to be close but not too close, so they put up a wall, and the wall is essentially dividing out the good and the bad. So when they're together, like on the on periods, all they see is the bad, and selective selective looking at characteristics is a way to keep distance, maintain a distance. And when they're on the off period, when they're broken up, that's when it becomes safer to look at the good qualities again because there's an appropriate distance. So the avoidance game in the on and off relationship is to kind of keep the anxious partner in like a certain distance and kind of like play the strings. And it's all subconscious, of course, and play the strings in such a way where there's always like a little bit of a distance, but not too much. And the anxious partner, in a sense, is kind of playing into this role as well because typically anxiously attached people, they pick emotionally unavailable partners because it kind of mirrors their childhood. So in a way, it's like safe to them and it's familiar. And like if they really wanted emotional intimacy, subconsciously they wouldn't pick an emotionally unavailable partner. So as you can see, both people are kind of playing into this role here, and hence why it can it's called an anxious and avoidant trap, which isn't always an on and off relationship, but the two really go well off, or the two go together often enough. So, if you have had an on off relationship, I hope this context was helpful. Or if you're currently in one, I hope this is helpful. If you're currently in one, the best thing to do is to kind of bring together the good and bad qualities as one. Like, first, separate them out, look at it, like, just like look at it and face it, I guess, and then try to integrate the two together. Um, Often, I think it's hard to break the cycle of on and off relationships until there's been like at least a significant break, um, to kind of let the dust settle. You need to have like a bit of a rehab period for any kind of pattern that you're trying to break. So yeah, I hope this was helpful, and let me know if you have any questions or comments. Till the next video.